The first thing I want to start off with here today, a new tournament race here for the East group. Rev your engines and feast your eyes on this enchanted circuit. Alright, so like any of the old tournaments, compete base collection race chance to win unique trophies and receive fantastic rewards. So we have 3 different races to check out here this morning. It's Belle and Gaston. We have them all at a pretty decent level. I would say at least level 40 or so. Should be able to run through the first stages here pretty quick.
What are you
Super. Sorry, what I meant. First cup here to race with Beast, so we'll get that going.
staring at? All right.
Woo! It just mashes all those into chat all at one time. Goodness gracious. Thank you very much there, Crystal Pool. Welcome, welcome. Morning, and happy Friday! How have you been, sir? Life's treating you well. Doing a bit of Disney Speedstorm racing to start off our weekend, I guess. Trying to not crash into too much here. Always an interesting race to start off with. It's like doing those back to back for some reason. Sorry, I didn't mean to find down the trail there. Sharp turn is going to be deathly. Trying to keep far enough ahead that I'm not losing my little drones here. Yeesh. Cough, cough, cough. And across that hill so fast, just crashing into the wall. Alright, so hopefully they're far enough ahead here, so wrap this up. There we go.
This is a surprise.
Yeah, he's not real built for turning, so our chicanes in this stage are kind of rough on him. Made it work. How's your Friday going there, Chris? Weather or anything hasn't been too fussy in your area, I know. Obviously got that storm off the coast, but more towards this end than the Gulf area, so you're probably affected quite as much. He's a pretty fast heavyweight character, so not take too long to there's some distance between him and the rest of the racers. Pretty nice boost off of special ability, so works out nice too. Yeah, definitely puts you at the top of the leaderboard there for the month crystal full. First one on the leaderboard, so.
I think I might enjoy this.
I was looking at the names of the folks that got the gift subs, so I was curious if I recognize any of them. Paper bag mustache. Newer Twitch friend we met from Game Boy Guide to the Galaxy. Been playing the Donkey Kong Bonanza as well, so really want something else to do their playthrough here. There you go. That can be on both leaderboards. Nice.
Oh my. Is everyone
You've come to stare at the beast, have you?
Step behind everyone here. And two more. Goodness, man. Not even my birthday. That's our 5-year Twitch anniversary this week, so we'll just chalk it up to that. There you go. Good to see this morning, Mr. Mustache. Just chat about you. Enjoying your playthrough there for Donkey Kong Bonanza. You're doing well this Friday. Days keeping you not too busy. Enjoy the emotes and Android previewing while you're here. Beast has a fascinating special ability because once he uses it enough times that it causes the flower there to wilt out, and from that point on every ability he gets is a special ability. That actually allows him to tear through the course pretty quickly, just spamming the boost over and over again. Eventually fades out, but work is work. I remember that well. Usually I say every morning it's Friday, so that alone makes it a nice morning. And some Speedstorm racing this morning. Added new tournament race here for the Beauty and the Beast characters, so we're running through a few of those here first before we get working on the last few season 2 races before the Toy Story season winds down and the new Alice in Wonderland season starts here next week. Alright, so that's the first race done, so we'll move on to the next racer here. And of course, the next racer here would be the Beauty and the Beast, Belle. We'll get her super race done as well.
I suppose my life isn't very provincial anymore. Wish me luck.
Good luck!
Everybody, come on!
I had a vision about this one.
Is this carriage steam powered?
Always nice to start with the cloaks and then have bump into people. Being a speedster, Belle picks up a lot of nitro for this boost pad, so always effective keeping that momentum going. That is a good question, sir. As far as from a racing standpoint, I would argue that the game itself is far more tactical than Mario Kart is, but with it being a free-to-play game, there's certain elements of the progress that you probably expect would be more, I guess, disbalanced from a competitive standpoint. The racers are going to be a lot more distinct as far as their stats, or the fact that we have things like unique character abilities, which is a little different from what you do with Mario Kart. But especially with Mario Kart World as a factor, there's a lot about that game that's balanced in such a way as to not really give any one person a unique advantage, which actually works out nice if you're playing with friends and stuff, because then you're not having that one guy that's dominating every single race that you do. But it also means that there's not as much that you can do in a race to really edge out your competition, because at the end of the day, a blue shell's gonna knock you back down a peg and you won't know much of a difference. As with Speedstorm, there's a lot to gain from techniques like drifting and whatnot, because so much of the crux of a race is being able to maintain boost as best as you can. It's on top of obviously giving you a speed boost, helps a little bit with acceleration, it helps with taking turns a little bit faster so you don't lose as much speed on those. It also allows you to drive off-road without losing speed, which allows you to cut and tighter at certain turns and stuff. So that adds a bit of a tactical element as far as directions you run as far as a race line and how you handle turns and stuff. Every character is going to be a little bit different because they have 4 different primary classes of racers: speedster, trickster, brawler, and defender. Each of those classes has a different way in which they more predominantly generate boost over the others. So speedsters get more boost from driving over speed boost pads. Tricksters get it from drift boosting. Brawlers get it from knockdowns on other racers, and then defenders get it by riding in slipstream. Yeah, like all this little red carpet, this is all off-road, but so I'm using my nitro to get across. I don't do speed driving over it, so I can take the turn a lot tighter. And any kind of nitro in this game works as a off-road boost, opposed with Mario Kart, where unless you're using a mushroom, the like regular slipstream boosts or power slide boosts don't really work that way in that game. Yeah, especially if you get a lot of like really high-end online multiplayer, then there's often going to be certain characters that'll stick out as being more meta than others. But every character has their own multiplayer rank tier, so it's not one single tier for a individual player trying to reach, but each racer they have has their own MPR multiplayer ranking. But it comes kind of a work process in the game to master each racer as you unlock them by trying to see how far you can get them in the multiplayer rank. I've been doing a lot more of that recently. I generally hate online multiplayer, just with this game, but in general. But a lot of the newer events and stuff that they've been doing have been predominantly focused on multiplayer racing, so this comes one of those. Fine. We're in the work. I usually don't do too bad. I would never say I was the best person at this game, but competent enough with the basics that I can remain somewhat competitive. As long as I'm playing with the racer that's at a relatively decent experience level, which is again where some of the difficulty in the multiplayer and the whole free-to-play element of the game comes in. Having to collect shards for characters to unlock them, and collect more shards for those characters in order to upgrade them, so that they can unlock different abilities. Because you don't unlock your special ability until level 20, and then you unlock crew members that you can equip to your racers, which increase their stat boosts and stuff further, which you unlock more of those the further along they get upgraded. There's plenty of offline content too, so like all these tournament races are all offline, kind of similar to the Grand Prix that you would experience on a Mario Kart game. Then any given season they have a handful of season tour chapters, which is the collection of single player races that you play through to get currency for the season you spend in the shop for different things, as well as other different great prizes and stuff that you get along the way. And of course they have local split screen you can play and all that kind of thing too, so. And it's free. So even if you don't do much else with the game, then just from a base game, then it's a free kart racing game. Can't go wrong with that.
Oh, Papa's going to be so proud.
Alright, one more race done, so we'll get the third one going here. Check out a little bit of racing with Gaston. Arm flex trophy there.
Oh, I'll win. Just watch me. Of course.
Yeah, I would honestly say that one of the, this would be right up there as far as really good kart racing games. I think realistically the only complaint I have is the nature of it being a free-to-play game, so that there's always a progress hindrance if you're like really interested in trying to unlock new characters and stuff. You would have to put in a lot of time or a lot of money into the game to get much done. It's especially for someone that me who's been playing since it first went free to play, so like season 3 I think. There's a lot that's changed in the dynamics of how the seasons work and how they distribute different things in the season passes and whatnot. Someone has gifted me a sub. That is true. Good to see you this morning, Lone Wolf. Glad I knew who it was, yeah. Because I've gotten subs from people I don't know before, and I'm like, nope, not sure how I got this. Welcome, welcome. Good morning. Happy Friday. A little bit of Disney racing here this morning.
Of course I won't. I'm Gaston.
Appreciate you coming by there, Lone Wolf. Life's treating you well. Hey, good to see you there as well, Weird. Welcome, happy Friday. Friday's looking good for you. Guys and gals and Atomic Brothers. And all those other brothers from other mothers. Good morning there, Jester. Everyone here bright and early. Much appreciate it. So just going through the tournament races here with reviewing these characters for our first thing before we get working on the season tour chapters. Down special ability is pretty straightforward, but with some being a brawler, it understandably is linked to taking out other opponents, giving them a speed boost if you either hit someone with a bow or crashes into them, depending where they do the charge or uncharge version. Oof, sorry. Texting and driving. Hype! That 2 now? 15, nice. Men Knight coming here for number 100, and then other did is number 360 here this morning, so everyone's getting those Friday streaks. And that's where the even 5 part is. 5 days a week, so Fridays where the highlight usually pops in. Enjoying your music there, Jester?
Get ready to be impressed.
Chilling and lurking.
Let's see what you're made of.
Always nice with the brawler though. Generate nitro pretty quick at the start of the race because you just crash right into someone. Yeah, the uncharged versions use a bow board. Actually hit someone with it in it. Allow them to actually use the ability over again. Loads it. They get to speed boost and attack someone. Don't have no one around. Nature of having a high enough level racer relative to the challenge here. That's where a lot of the special events and stuff will vary as far as, especially for the player. Some will ask for to have very particular racers they might not have access to, so you can't get as much done as one who's been playing for quite a while. Still a lot of stuff that I can't get done, usually because it's directly tied to new season pass or new mid-season character and data unlock. So. But a lot of them may get unlocked eventually. So yeah, one more racer from the Trons season I haven't gotten. Then Baymax from the Big Hero 6 season, but seasons have a smaller number of characters, so usually I'll at least get the 2 of the 3. Depending on the season. Yeah, his charge version is not dissimilar from the regular, but instead of shooting a bow, he just goes into a office flex mode. So if he crashes into another racer in that state, he knocks him down and then gains himself a speed boost again, which much like the non-charged version, resets the ability. I think it also adds stacks on top of it too when he does it, but I don't remember what they actually do. Oops. I don't play Gaston a lot. Not typically a huge fan of the brawlers because they're usually harder to handle and slower to accelerate. As a whole, quite often a lot of the brawlers are heavyweight. Down, for instance, is not. It's Golden Glory there. Alright, so that's the first set of trophies there for our racing challenges. We got those 2 sets for each of them to eventually work our way through here. Brother does the modding here, so hop back in the back door there here at some point here in the morning. Yeah. As you keep earning more of those reward points and get the extra power-ups unlocks here along on the vault pass. We got a couple of new crew shards there for mods they have maxed out at this point, but there's box credits, always nice. Upgrade coins, what color. Some of the stuff we likely have accumulated. Crew shards I knew I did. Yeah, the cart color I didn't have, so that was new. Unity Beast was some of the starting racers in the game, so good check that out. pretty well upgraded by this point. Gaston, I think, is the exception, but I don't think he's part of the past because he got added as a mid-season character during the. Yeah, he got an animation for him. Yeah, they don't have any shards for Gaston. That's alright. A couple other things. Golden colors and other different racing suits and whatnot. More content if you pick up the ball pass itself. But so yeah, and more racing to do there. Get more rewards. Go along further in the tournament races.